if he didn't like it. So I remember that it was the end of the Madison Square Garden show that he told me that, that the other band members are complaining, that this and that he was going to talk to Donald and Walter and he'll let me know what the outcome was. So I just knew, I figured, I'm going to get fired. These guys got a lot more juice than I do. Damn, I like playing this thing. So I was very depressed after that Madison Square Garden. I'll never forget sitting in my hotel room on the floor, like totally depressed. And but then the next rehearsal, I think we had a rehearsal that week or something. I don't remember. Or maybe it was that sound check. I don't know. He came up to me and said, "No, don't worry about it. Donald, they like what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing." I was like, yes! Fuck you guys. Then they accepted me more. I started becoming more friendly with some of the guys in the band. Warren and I got along real well after that. And they were like, oh, okay, well, I guess Donald, they like what he's doing. Because I guess, they had their rhythm section rehearsal, and he was super strict about what he wanted and the parts, and they have to be exact, and and then I come along, I'm sure that's how it looked in their eyes in retrospect, like I come along like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm doing my own thing. Fuck, this is my band. I had that attitude. Like, Steely who? I'm like this guy, Purdy, Bernard Purdy said in an interview once, like, Steely who? Me and Larry Carlton. That's Steely Dan. I have that attitude. It's my band now. But
you gotta bring in your signs like Purdy did. You did it. You hired the hit.
That's what I was. But it was great. Walter was really cool. He always liked me, and we got along great. Well, Walter, and he was funny. He was really, what a character. That guy is such a genius, both of them. But Walter is so observant. I mean, and I thought I was getting over sometimes, but you can't get over on that guy. He knows every little thing. He's one of those guys that's like this, and he's watching you. I see everything you're doing, dude. I'm watching you. You think I'm not watching you? I'm watching you. And one time we did a show in Seattle. At the do you know the Gorge in George, Washington?
I do not.
Beautiful venue, and you play at sunset and it's over like a canyon. George, Washington is like mountains, and it's this beautiful, like it looks like the Grand Canyon almost. And the stage is here, and that's the backdrop, and the sunset is behind the band. Oh, wow. There's photos on the album. That's at the Gorge.
Very cool.
It's just the most beautiful venue, and we played there. And it was super hot that day, which, kind of rare for Seattle. It was just like in the 90s. It's like high 90s. It was really hot, summer day. And I used to always wear a vest with no shirt and whatever. And sometimes I used to wear these maxi skirts with cowboy boots. And some other leather pants. Well, maybe the leathers came later. I don't remember. But I used weird outfits I would wear, but usually a vest with no shirt. And then it was so hot that day. Like, I'm sitting in the dressing room. My cousin lives in Seattle. He was hanging out with me. And we're hanging out, smoking weed. And it was so hot. I just had this, like, sleeveless T-shirt on, like a vest T-shirt and boxer shorts. And I'm getting ready to change into my outfit. And I look at my outfit and I look at what I'm wearing. I'm like, they're almost identical. I was just as a goof. I'm going to go on stage in my underwear. So I did. I played on stage. Walter did. Mr. I Don't Miss a Trick. He introduced me. And our great vibraphone player. You've seen him with Groove Collective, blah, blah. Tonight, the scantily clad Bill Ware. It's like, Dennis missed a trick.
Bill wearing nothing.
That one, and my other favorite Walter introduction was Bill Ware. He's been doing a great job for us back there in percussion. And I tell you, this guy, where he starts from way out and comes back in. And I was like, what? And then I knew what he was talking about. He's talking. I had a featured solo on "Sign In Stranger." You know that song, "Sign In Stranger." I had a featured solo, and it's basically on like a C7 groove. You know, on a C7, C7 sharp 9 kind of thing. So I would always start my show solo on the sharp 9, you know, and it's a C, so you're and I would sort of build my solo because it's "Sign In Stranger." The strangest note in, you know, on a C7 chord, it's got to be the sharp, you know, the flat 9, you know. So I would play that flat 9 C sharp right on, bam, start right there. And that's where he got that from. Starts from the out, and then I would work my way back in. I was like, man, this guy is he's so amazing. Yeah. And it was always like that with him. He had these insights that were just, what an amazing, he was an amazing guy. I got a little closer with him in Japan. We did 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, I think it was, in Japan. And one of the venues we played in, we had 2 nights in the same venue, which was odd, first of all. And then it was 1,500 seater. Yet we were making the same money there. So imagine how much those tickets were. And some people paid for 2 nights. They paid for both nights, even though we were playing pretty much the same music both nights. They were like, this is once in a lifetime chance. I mean, that's probably right. They were right too. I mean, they haven't gone back to Japan, I don't think, Steely Dan. So they knew it was a once in a. So I can only imagine those tickets were probably $1,000 each or something.